So Big Dog's only been on the barrels for like 3 months, but he was originally trained in Rain Cow Horse. So as you can imagine, he is one turny son of a bitch, which is great until you ask him to turn a barrel. He could be running full speed and he will spin directly on top of that sucker. Now I'm not going to sit here and blame him for all of it because I definitely have my own flaws and bad habits. So this is how him and I are both working through our issues. Our biggest problem barrel is our first barrel. So after I get him warmed up, I'm going to take him towards the first barrel and then take him clear to the wall. Now, Big Dog's had the week off because he was sore. I had to take him to a couple chiropractic appointments, but he's feeling a lot better. But he was in a mood today. I think he still thought he was going to be hurting. So I stayed gentle but firm and I made him listen. And I did not let him start the barrels until he stood still and calm for me. It's so important to do this if you're dealing with a horse that's newer to the barrels so that they don't create a habit and then you end up dealing with a super hot horse down the road. I repeated taking Big Dog past the first barrel to the wall until he stopped trying to turn it on his own and waited for my cues. Once I felt like he was finally waiting to listen to me, I went ahead and set up the cones. When I did this, I did it kind of the opposite of how I do it for Spade. I set them up so he wasn't able to shoulder into the first barrel and he actually had to go out and around it. Then I set up another cone on the way out of the barrel so that he doesn't bow out of his turn and he sets himself up properly for the next barrel. So this is where I'm the problem with our barrel knocking. I have a really bad habit when I feel like a horse is about to knock a barrel, I swing my arms out like this, which in turn only makes both of us drop our shoulders and plow the barrel. Fortunately, I have a really good family friend. Her name's Lisa. That's her right there. She has rode and trained a million barrel horses, so she's really good at being able to point out what the problem is, and she will call my ass out when it's me. So instead of swinging my arms out and dropping my shoulder and only creating a further issue, she showed me that I need to be picking his shoulder up and using my inside foot to push him over on my way into the barrel and only dropping my shoulder when I am ready to turn. I've already noticed such a big difference and I feel like I have so much more control when I do this. That's why it's so important to have other people in your corner. So when you're stumped and you're ready to throw your hands in the air and you don't know what else to do, they're able to help you out and show you what the problem is, whether that's the horse or you. Once I felt like he was placing himself where I wanted him to, I went ahead and put the cones away and took him through without them. It was not immediately perfect. We definitely had to go through a couple of times, but towards the end I could really tell that he was grasping what I wanted from him, and that's all I can really ask for. He did a really good job. We definitely still need to continue working on things, but I'm proud with how today went, and I'm really glad we ended things on a good note. I gave him a bath and some CEP revamp because he loves that stuff and it's like a little treat for him. Then I gave him some grain and I turned him out.